Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday Morning Devotions with Pastor Jess. I hope you've had an excellent week, and I really want to encourage you this morning and talk a little bit about faith. We are talking at church at the moment. We're doing a series called Even So Come, and it's all talking about what's going to happen when Jesus comes again, because this is what our hope is in. As people who believe in Jesus, we believe that Jesus is coming again, and he's coming to save the earth. And it's quite a complicated, a little bit of a difficult topic to talk about, to wrestle with, but I thought that we could wrestle a little bit with the faith part of it this morning. Hebrews chapter 11 talks a lot about faith, and in verse 6 it says this: and it is impossible to please God, impossible, without faith. Anyone who wants to come to him must first believe that God exists and that he rewards those who sincerely seek him. So if it's impossible to please God without faith, then what is faith? Let's start there, because faith is the starting point of our journey in Jesus, right? Faith is having complete trust or confidence in someone or something. If we're talking in the religious or Christian sense, as we are right now, it means a strong belief in the doctrines of religion based on a spiritual conviction. So when we choose that we're going to believe in Jesus, that we believe that what the Bible says is true, then we enter into a life of faith. But this verse says something very interesting. It says that anyone who wants to come to him, that is God, must first believe that God exists. I just want to pause there, because I think you and I both have friends who would say that they believe that God exists, but that might kind of be it, right? They would say that they might believe that there is a higher power, but not necessarily do anything about it. But what this verse says is actually that it's not enough to just believe that God exists. It says also, and that he rewards those who sincerely seek him. In verse 1 of the same chapter in Hebrews 11, it says that faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. So faith is certainty. Faith is certainty in what we hope for. And as we're talking about at church, we're hoping and knowing and certain of the fact that Jesus is coming back for us, and that there will be a new heaven and a new earth whenever he does that. But it is not enough to just say that God exists. What it's saying here is that, so faith is certainty, and it's also sincerity. It's sincerely seeking God in our lives and seeking, what does God want for my life? Faith goes further than just believing that God exists, and it goes to living out the fact that we believe that God exists. Because if we believe that he exists, then we also believe that maybe he might want to be involved in our lives. And if that's maybe something that you're not sure that you believe in, that you might think, yeah, I believe that God exists, but why would he care about me? Let me tell you that he does. He does care about you. He cares about the things that you do with your life. And this is the thing. This is faith in action. Faith in action is sincerity. It is sincerely seeking God, sincerely seeking after him, for what does he want with our lives. Pastor Mark talked on Sunday about, is God an afterthought? Is it like we just live our lives and then we think we just don't really include God in the decisions that we make? Or is God more of a, I'm making a big decision in my life and I need to pray about this and see, what does God want? What does he think about it? That is when we are sincerely seeking God, and we believe that God really cares about our lives. He cares about the things in our lives. If I can give you an example, my husband and I recently bought a house, and there was this amazing opportunity. Like, we put our offer in. We weren't really sure whether they would accept it because it was the top of our budget, right? But the owner of the house, the previous owner of the house who've now bought it, whenever she saw our offer, she said, and she is not religious at all, she said, I felt like God was telling me to accept this offer. And we're like, okay, what is going on here? Because this house is something that we prayed for. It's something that we believed that God wanted us to buy another house. That God cared so much about our lives, that he cares about where we live, right? This is what faith in action looks like. I hope that this blesses you. Maybe it gives you some more questions. I encourage you to talk to someone about it. Maybe listen into our sermons. Come on Sunday morning. I believe Pastor Mark's got a great message for us to learn more about this, about what we hope for about Jesus coming soon. But I pray that this blesses you on your Friday. And may we be the people who sincerely seek God. God bless.